Welcome back, everyone. Discover the power of cultural pride and confidence through tradition. Joining me now to share what they are doing at Obsidian Elevated Cotillion are the founders Roxanne Smith and Carmen Thompson. Welcome to the both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, Carmen, let's start with you. What is the mission of the Cotillion?
So the Cotillion's mission is to empower our youth through etiquette. They learn dance, they learn how to have interpersonal communications, which I think is really something that is being lost, especially in this age of media and screens. They learn about mental health and bringing them all together in a safe environment where they can learn and grow and have confidence as they go out into the world and create goals for themselves.
And Carmen, did you find that this was missing in our communities?
Absolutely, yes, it really was. As I said, kids today, they only interact through screens usually. They have very little opportunities for interpersonal communication, even though that is very important, especially as you go out into the real world, have to go for job applications and things like that. You have to know how to communicate face to face with people. So it was missing, and we're happy to fill that gap with the Cotillion.
And Roxanne, let's talk about the mission. These are for boys and girls.
Yes.
And what is your hope going through the program?
Our hope is that we teach our children social education, etiquette, and dance, but also we added mental health this year, and we thought that that's really important for kids to not only be great at what they do, be able to sit at a table and dress nice, but they also take care of themselves. And so we really hope that beyond their parents and beyond high school and when they go out into the real world, that they're able to just thrive.
Yes.
And truly, when it's based on your culture and tradition, you have to know where you've come from, too.
Yes.
You have a starting point.
Yes.
Yes. What are the requirements and ages that you're looking for and who this best fits?
So the requirement and the age, so the children are 10 to 15. And the requirement is really they just have to apply. They have to let us know that they want to be a part and why they want to be a part of the Cotillion. And that's really all they have to do. And there is a process they go through, and we pick who we think can go through the program and who would be like the best fit.
Ooh, when I think of Cotillion, I also think not only etiquette, but manners. And at 10, are we teaching them early enough? Sometimes it's hard to kind of break the habits.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we are absolutely, like, the sooner manners start from early, yes, from zero. Getting them at 10 is where we really want to try to emphasize manners. And the kids can go through the programs repeatedly. So if they start when they're 10 years old, they can come back the next year and the next and the next. And we're hoping that they'll just continue to hone those skills. Something that we really enjoy doing is having instructors that look like the children who we're serving, and representation matters. So all of our instructors, we try to recruit those who look like the kids, who are professionals, and then that way they can kind of see themselves in those roles in the future.
Can you give us an example of maybe a hard habit or what you'd like these kids to know when they're maybe sitting at the table or greeting someone?
Coming off your phones, like being able to make eye contact and say, hello, introduce yourself, my name is so-and-so, and carrying on a conversation that doesn't look like this. I think that's the biggest thing. So when they come into Cotillion, obviously they are not allowed to have their electronics. They are required to interact with each other. So that's really
What's
good.
one of the big, besides the phone, what is another big habit that you see that might surprise you at this young stage?
Everyone wants to wear Air Jordans to every event. And while we love Air Jordans, they're great. They're a great shoe. Not every occasion will we like, hey, let's put on a nice outfit, or, you know, we try to meet them where they are. So we do let them wear their Jordans and a nice shirt, but
and then maybe the suit jacket.
Just a suit jacket. So fighting with kids on presenting themselves in different scenarios in different places.
Do you get resistance?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. But they're here to learn and have more etiquette. But sometimes they're like, "What's wrong with that? Elbows on the table."
Yeah.
We do have a dress code. So when they come for the Cotillion classes, which are held once a month, they cannot wear certain things. Like, you have to dress the part and you have to conduct yourself with the skills that you're learning. So we do get some pushback, but it's okay.
How have you seen these kids change too? There must be so much pride in seeing these kids go through the program.
Yes. I think the biggest thing that I've seen is that when they first came in, they were very, very nervous. A lot of them didn't want to interact too much with each other, but especially during the dancing portion, they figured out that the foxtrot is fun, the waltz is fun.
Wait,
and
they learn all of those skills?
They learn the foxtrots, the waltz. In April, they get to show off their skills to their parents and their loved ones, and everyone gets to come to like a reception type of thing that we're going to be holding in April. So it's really fun. Seeing them grow and get more comfortable with being confident is great.
We just saw a QR code on the screen. So can people enter and say, my kids need to learn a little etiquette?
Yes.
How long is the program?
It runs from October until April. And this is our inaugural year. We're hoping for the same thing next year, but things may change around since it's our first time doing this. But the QR code, we're always looking for donations. People who want to help instill confidence in our youth through Cotillion can definitely use the QR code. If they're interested in having their child participate, we have our email address. You can look at Instagram. We post often on Instagram all the things that we're doing. So
thank you so much for
willing.
bringing this and elevating our children. It's the Obsidian Elevated Cotillion. Best of luck in your April event happening very, very soon. Dina, do we need to sign up our kids to the Cotillion?
Immediately, today, right now after the show. Done.